Okay, we're going to have one more go at premises and conclusions. We'll first review the definitions and then give a couple examples. A premise is a statement or argument that provides evidence or reasons to form a conclusion. It contains the information that leads your audience to believe that your argument is true. Your argument can have one or more premises. Do keep that in mind. What is a conclusion in an argument? A conclusion in an argument is the statement that premises support. It indicates what the arguer is trying to prove to his or her audience. An argument can have only one conclusion. Now let's look at a couple examples. Since small fish is rich in calcium, it follows that your body will benefit if you eat them. What's the premise here? The above argument can be categorized into two parts, premise and conclusion. The premise is that small fish is rich in calcium. The conclusion is that your body will benefit if you eat them. The argument has only one premise. Note that this argument can also be written as follows. Your body will benefit from eating small fish because it is rich in calcium. Here the conclusion is presented first and the premise is connected to it by linking the word because. It is important to remember that the conclusion and the premise have no set order. The one on the screen is only one example. Here's another example. I've heard that cats with long hair have lots of fleas. They also shed all over the house, so you should not get a long-haired cat. What's the premise here? Cats with long hair have lots of sleeves. That's premise one. Premise two is cats with long hair shed all over the house. This leads to the conclusion, don't get a cat with long hair. Let's try something a little more complicated now. Nell Noddings wrote, "A good society treasures dissidents and mavericks because it needs the creative thinking that produces new hypotheses, expanded means, a larger set of alternatives, and in general, the vigorous conversation induced by fresh ideas." What's the premise here? A good society needs creative thinking that produces new hypotheses, expanded means, a larger set of alternatives, and in general, the vigorous conversation induced by fresh ideas. What's the conclusion? A good society treasures its dissidents.